Hey guys, today I am doing a story time, so let's get right into it. I'm going to tell you about the time that I got into an accident. I don't really call it an accident because it was only one-sided and I was parked, but I will get right into it. I was doing one of my jobs that I had. I had to go to someone's apartment. Okay, so I did a little layout for you guys to see. So my finger's going to be me, and then the little mailman is going to be that person. So I go into the back of the parking, and I see this person backing up, and so I just stop. I give them room. You enter here, and then it swings in, and so I was like on the curb, and they also had little parking spots with roofs on them, and that is where the car was. So they start backing out and they start swinging into me. So the person is swinging in, swinging, and then swinging, and they just end up hitting me. I was honking and honking my horn, and they just kept going and going and going. And at this point, I get out of my car and I'm just like, how did you not hear me honking? Because the lady, she was like, oh, why were you parked there? Like blaming it on me. And I'm just like, how could you not see me? At this point, I'm freaking out because this is my first accident, and she's just blaming me. She just keeps going on and on about how, why was I parked there? I was actually on the phone with my fiance at the time, and he could hear me honking and honking and honking, so he would back me up on this. I end up hanging up on him to call my dad because legally it was my dad's car. And I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. She basically ends up taking control of the situation, and she's like, okay, here's my phone number, here's my name, and she asked me the same thing. I gave it to her, and I end up taking a picture of her license plate and where my car's parked and everything like that. But I don't get her insurance card or anything like that. I just get her phone number. She just says, give me a text tomorrow and we will resolve this. At this point, I complete my job and I tell them, I'm like, oh, I just got hit. Give me a second. I need to deal with this stuff and then I will complete the job for you. They just text me like, oh my gosh, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I just need to deal with this. The guy comes out and I give him all of his stuff, and he was just like, oh, I heard everything going on. And so then I leave. I'm panicking at this point because she's just blamed me and it's my first wreck. I call my fiance back and I'm just paranoid at this point because my front bumper is off a bit, and I'm like, oh no. It wasn't like a hard hit or anything. It was just, it shook my car a bit. So I thought something went wrong in my car and it like loosened something. And so while I'm heading home, I'm just freaking out because oh no, my car is going to explode. The whole time I'm just like crying essentially, because I was like 30 minutes away from home at that point. The next day rolls around and I end up texting the phone number that the person gave me. So I send a message saying, hi, this is Alexis. You hit my car yesterday. Could you please send me the name of your insurance company and your policy number? Thank you. Just being really nice about it. And the message I get back is, sorry, but I think you got the wrong number. And then I go, this isn't Patty, whatever her last name is. They went, nope, to be honest, I don't even know who that is. And I just go, okay, thank you. And at this point, I'm freaking out even more. I'm at my parents'. I'm just trying to get advice from my mom at this point because she used to work with insurance. I still have the address for the person that I was doing the job for. And I'm like, well, we just have to go back there and get this correct information because I'm not about to get caught up with all this. And so I am like, okay, we're gonna go with my mom. I believe it was the next day after that, we go knocking on all the people's doors because I don't know which apartment she lives in, but there was only 4 apartments in this building. And so I was like, well, she must be one. I go knocking on the person that I was doing the job for. They didn't answer. I'm like, okay, whatever. Because originally when I met him, he was like, oh, do you have all her information and stuff? And he said, oh, she lives here. And so I was like, okay, he knows who this person is, and he clearly has the information that I need. And so he doesn't answer, and we just are like, well, we need this information, so we're going to knock on every single person's door. And finally we get to her door and she answers. She just seems so shocked. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, but she just seemed so like, what are you doing here? Which I get. But at the same time, she gave me the wrong information. And so this part is kind of a blur, but she invites us in and I'm just like, I don't want to go in because I don't know this person and she's already lied to me. And so at this point, I'm just like, let me just get her information and let's go. But then she just starts talking to me and she has an attitude again. And this whole time I've been really nice, and at this point I snap a little bit, and it's not even like me snapping, it was just, once again, she was blaming me for being in that spot. And so I'm just like, okay, well, that's your opinion. That's literally all I say. And then we get her information and we go. And so we end up calling her insurance and everything gets handled from there. When we're going through the process of everything, the person's like, oh, we tried to contact you. Turns out she gave them my wrong phone number. And so that was basically that. I won their insurance thing. It was just a whole process of stuff that did not need to happen. I still feel like I have a bit of PTSD from that because all the time, anytime someone's backing up now, I get so terrified that they're going to hit my car that I like start freaking out, which is so upsetting because all of this could have just been avoided if she just freaking paid attention. I believe that's it for the story. So give it a big thumbs up, comment down below what I should do next on this channel, and goodbye.